is we're going to start here. So we'll start by taking off the mounting bolts for the top of the strut. It's a 15 millimeter. Or not. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Then we'll go down here, and with the 17 millimeter, you can remove the connections to the knuckle. So get the wrench to hold it. To make our lives a little easier, before I take the lower bolt off, I'm going to take this clip out that holds the brake line in place. Budget this a little bit more. Ready?
Yep. And then we'll take off the lower bolt. And out she comes, dirt and all. So we'll start by putting on the spring compressors. Find a nice spot for them. Make sure you position them where that you can get a socket on them, and it's not, and the top assembly isn't going to get in the way.
And do your best to get them across from each other. just to make our lives easier, we're going to compress them using the air. We'll just do a little bit at a time on either side. Alright, now here's for the tricky part on this, if you can get a close-up of this. You'll see that the top of this head only has flats on it. Now if you could get a socket in there, a wrench in there, even an offset, such as this, that would be fine, except that it's nice and deep so it doesn't want to get in there. So what you do is you get, I have the specific tool. This is an 18mm strut nut tool. So you put that over top. Now if it was a regular hex, if it was a regular nut size, or if there was a hex head inside of it, you could just take a hex key and go in there and turn it, or the appropriate size socket, and just insert that in there and you turn one and the other. But we're going to have to do something a little tricky. So what we did was, the third option is they make a spanner tool. It's like a rounded wrench that goes around and holds onto the shaft so that you can loosen it too. Any one of those tools will work. But what we're going to do is use, the measurement turns out to be pretty close to 3/8, but it's essentially 2 flats. So we're going to use a square side of a socket. Now it won't fit on there natively, it's just a little bit too big because of the rounded edges, so we'll just take a file. Side of the flats to make it square. If my memory serves, it doesn't require much. See that? Just a little bit of filing and it goes on there real nice. So then we'll take the tool, put that in there. Since we're using the butt end, we'll just use a 3/8 socket so that it fits in there. And go ahead and loosen this bad boy up.
3/8 socket, 3/8 drive.
At this point, I'm just going to turn the inner shaft since this is the one that's coming out. At some point here, it's going to slip off, and then he should be loose enough at that point. Just she comes. Save the boot from the inside. And we'll need this sucker too. And then we'll go on to installing the new one. Here we have the new strut. So we'll take off the retaining strap for packaging. Okay, and we'll put that good old boot back on there. Now, take that ring, and if you look real carefully here, there is a spot where this ring essentially steps up. So, I'll show you the significance of that in a second, but you'll see the ring fits right into that step up. And if you look real close, you'll see the impression of the spring when it goes on. So, what we want to do is get the end of that spring to fit up against that step. And voila, it's in the right position. And then, if you look on the top, there's going to be a nice clean impression of where the top of the spring goes too. So, see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll match that up. Fits nice and snug in there. And finally, we'll take this piece out of here, set it on the top, and then we'll just take that, put that on top, and make sure the two fit together. Just round a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we shall slide. Then we'll just tighten it down by hand until we feel the shaft move. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to torque it without even putting the inner socket back on. And the torque setting is
32 foot-pounds.
32 foot-pounds.